Hello everyone, welcome back to Huntcraft. Before I start, I really need to thank everyone for the positive response and kind words on my first video. It's very encouraging and humbling, and I really appreciate it. And I hope to keep making content that everyone can find to be useful or entertaining, hopefully both. So based on your feedback, I'll try to keep doing both the commentary type of videos and the guides too. I'm already working on the next guide, but those guides are just not easy to make. From getting the footage to double checking my info, testing it myself to make sure that I don't give any wrong information, it just takes quite a bit of time. And I'm doing this all by myself with a normal life and a day job. So this video will probably be a shorter guide. I'm still not sure as I'm recording this. And in the second half, like last time, I will comment on my gameplay, explaining what's going on in my head and analyzing my decisions, whether they're clever or stupid. Hopefully you find this format to be both informative and also entertaining, and please let me know what you think in the comments. As you probably already noticed, our star of the show this time is the Lemat Carbine. I was thinking I'm just going to go through the loadout, but I really feel this gun deserves its proper analysis. It's criminally underrated. The best setup for this gun, in my opinion, is FMJ and Slugs. It's already a cheap weapon at $115, and that ups the cost a little bit, but those two are essential to make it the jack of all trades that it is. FMJ will increase your headshot range and obviously penetrate walls, and the normal buckshot is unfortunately garbage, so you have to take the Slugs, which turns it from garbage to OP. The gun got buffed even recently. In patch 115, it got a bullet velocity increase. FMJ used to be 370 meters per second, I think. Now it's 415. And FMJ here increases headshot range from 141 meters to 178 meters. FMJ has no penalty other than the bullet velocity. As you can see in this comparison, it just takes away some bullet velocity and gives you a longer headshot range and better damage drop-off in general. And you know what? I'm not going to shoot at someone that's further away than 178 meters. I'm gonna leave them there with their scope, hugging the tree that they're sitting under. So that range is more than enough for me. You just need to get used to leading your shots the further the target is, that's all. Now, please hear me out on this next section as I try to explain it. I'm gonna try to not make it too nerdy or unnecessarily complicated, so please bear with me. What I find to be the most special thing about this gun is its effective fire rate. You see this RPM stat here? You should ignore it. It's misleading, because it's calculated with the inclusion of reload time, which means magazine size would affect that number, plus the actual time for the reload animation. So it's not a good stat to compare between two guns unless they are single shot weapons, like a Springfield and a Sparks for example. It's just too many variables to make it a fair comparison between one gun and the other just by looking at this number. What you want to look at is this stat, cycle time. This is simply how soon can I click again to fire? But that's still not what I would call effective fire rate. This next stat is part of the equation, vertical recoil. Cycle time and vertical recoil combined are the realistic reflection of what effective fire rate is. Because the higher the gun kicks, the slower you can recenter, and the more effective time it takes for your second hit to be on target. So let's say you have a magical gun with 0 cycle time, the next bullet is instantly ready to shoot after the previous one. What good is that if you have bad vertical recoil? It means your bullet is ready, but your gun is aiming at the sky. You're not going to shoot, are you? You will still have to wait for the gun to recenter, or you have to pull it back yourself if it's too jerky before you actually fire again. The Lemat Carbine has the single best vertical recoil amongst all large size weapons in the game. And that means better fire rate, right? Now check this out. I'm going to compare those two stats with every single large slot weapon in the game and see if any gun can beat it. So I'll put the filter here. I'll disqualify shotguns because they're not really fit for this comparison. Then we go down. Oh, what is that? That's the drilling, which is kind of misleading because that's the cycle time between 2 shots only. Then after that, you have to go AFK and reload. And not even going to look at that vertical recoil. So the drilling is not really fit for this comparison as well. Okay, moving on. We keep scrolling down. Everything is worse. What else? Yeah, the auto. Well, that's not even a gun. That's a meme. Look at the vertical recoil. It's nearly 4 times worse. And that's not an aiming and shooting gun. That's just a spray and pray. Definitely doesn't compare. So let's keep scrolling. Everything is worse. Okay, what about this one? That's the Vetterli Cyclone. Yeah, that's 4 bullets in a mag and nearly 4 times worse vertical recoil. Absolute garbage, no thanks. Definitely loses in comparison. Okay, so that's the whole list. If you think I missed a gun, I didn't. Let's go back and check the head clicker, the Officer Carbine. It's the only gun that can actually compete here, but still, only in cycle time, while having nearly twice as much vertical recoil. Does it make up for it in terms of effective fire rate? Is it better? Let's actually compare. I'm going to time both guns from the first shot fired till the 7th, because that's the full mag of an Officer Carbine. Obviously, ammo type affects recoil in some guns, and the Carbine is one of them. And I'm using the most popular type of ammo for each of those guns for a practical comparison. In which case, the Officer Carbine vertical recoil actually gets much worse. So let's see how they compare realistically. Look how quickly I can recenter and feel confident to shoot again with the Lemat, while the officer that has the bullet ready quicker is jerking both up and sideways, forcing me to not shoot till I pull it back into the right position. Now let's time it. Look at that. Less than a second difference in total of 7 bullets fired. The officer wins this despite its bad recoil with high velocity ammo. But at what cost? Headshot range? Damage drop-off? Bullet velocity? And it's still not as versatile as the Lemat in my opinion. But they're still pretty close to be fair, so I'll leave that up to you guys to decide which one is better. Let me know in the comments. Now going back to the comparison, hell, let's even expand the search to all sizes. Yeah, is anything better? Anything that is better in both these stats? Yeah, only one medium-sized gun is better in both stats. And weapon size aside, it's nowhere near as versatile. It's a gun that doesn't have a shotgun, half the headshot range, less damage, lower velocity, worse idle sway. So even by putting the Lemat in an unfair comparison with a different size gun, nothing really beats it. The Lemat's idle sway is also top notch. It's Mosin or Crag level type of sway. It's pretty steady, so there's no compromise there. So that great effective fire rate means we can keep shooting accurately and recenter or reacquire our target pretty quickly. The one single drawback to note for this gun is unfortunately the fact that it is compact ammo, which means worse damage drop-off range out of all types of bullets. But we do counter that a little bit with FMJ, which means the double tap range with body shots is not too bad still. You can see here with FMJ, the range is 50 meters. If you go further than 50, then now it's 3 shots. And lastly, let's take a quick look at slugs. At 14 meters to the chest, it doesn't kill. At 13 meters, it does. And for the headshot range, at 20 meters, it will one-shot. At 21, it just never did. And then arm shots from the side, it's the same one-shot range at 13 meters as the chest shots. And obviously, limb shots will not kill. So, what do you want from a gun? Stability? Big magazine? High fire rate? Do you want long-range head clicking? Do you want to wallbang? Do you want high pressure, double or triple tap at a reasonable range? Do you want a reliable, good range pocket shotgun? That guy was peacefully reloading in the lift. This one was funny too. I think I shot the dynamite off of the guy's hand, so I killed myself. And on top of all that, you know what? You don't need a single trait for this gun. It's just great out of the box. In conclusion, when you have this gun, you can literally equip any other gun in the game with it, and it won't be wrong or a bad idea. You know, you can queue up with randoms and see a player with a bow and a hand crossbow or something. That's a bot. That's someone who's either clueless or is trolling, because they're clearly gimping themselves in the medium to long range with this loadout. But with this gun, you can never be wrong. Equip whatever the hell you want. You want a bow? Sure. Add a silent factor to your loadout. You want a medium-sized Mosin? Sure. You want a hand crossbow with, say, poison and fire to annoy people and burn your kills right away and control choke points? Good idea. You want a random pistol with fanning? Nothing wrong with that. You want dualies? Sure. More ammo reserve for your gun. You can even equip nothing and it'd be a one-gun loadout. You just can't go wrong. All that being said, it's clear why I would easily say that this gun is the single most versatile gun in the game. And there isn't even a close second. And it's not gimmicky versatility. It's not at the expense of performance. The gun is actually good all around. Alright, let's jump into the games. So this first game was duos. We just picked up the bounty. And a quick head click. Now I want to capitalize on this kill, so I push outside. I scan again, and I can see 2 players again, so they were on top of each other, and I'm hoping to peek again and maybe down the guy that I killed before, as he's already lost a bar. I hear one getting closer, so I try to nade here and hold it while trying to listen to get a hint on where to throw it. Panic throw as the other guy actually flanked and shot me and nearly killed me. So I take a regen shot and stay down here to listen and wait for my health to go back to full. We are still at an advantage because one of them is not at full health anymore. And I'm thinking the guy I downed is still on the left side, so I'm more inclined to go this way. He traded hits with my teammate and killed him, and I managed to finish him off. So that's 2 deaths for that guy. Now it's 1v1, and I'm left with the choice of pushing the second guy or going for the revive. I actually hear the second guy, so I can't go for my revive because he didn't go for his, and I have to fight him. I only see the head, yet I get a hit marker instead of a headshot. This game... I push like a superhero, and I unload the fanning because I thought he's behind the cart. I blame the sun for this, not my low IQ. It's hard to see with the light, and I misjudged the distance, so I switch to my slugs, and I get aim punched by his rival. Luckily, I survive. Before reloading his rival, he actually switches guns and shoots the immolator to try to burn me, but I escape it. Quick tip here. Immolators burn to death after they explode. They'll just die on their own if you let them be. You don't need to fight them unless you have to. So they obviously had time to revive, and I flank, and they're actually still looking at where I was initially. I'm trying to get a hit on the guy I killed twice because he'd be an easy kill. I was tempted to revive, but I immediately hear the guy running to the right to get high ground over me, and I poop myself. If I go anywhere in the open space, I make myself an easy target for him. I'm hoping his friend didn't communicate to him what gun I have, which means he won't suspect I have a shotgun. I then think my only option is to run close to the rock and intentionally sprint loudly to encourage him to push and peek. I keep listening to the right moment, then stop and hold the angle and slug him. And it worked. Now that was the other one. So now it's 1v1 with the guy that I already killed twice. He's at a maximum of 100 HP. So I'm thinking he's probably scared and wants to immediately run and get the revive. Jeez Louise, he was actually holding the angle on me. I have to heal quick because now I think he feels he has a safe window to run for the revive. Yep, he's indeed running over there. One slap of fanning from the small Lemat is enough to finish him off. And that's it for that one. Let's jump into game 2. This was a one-boss map. My teammates killed a guy and picked up a bounty already. I want to push in and not stay on the bridge, so I pop a regen, and by the time I finish reloading, I can jump in. It's getting hot, so I rush in. Killed one and drew the attention of the other, so I want to pull far away from my teammate, hoping they can get the revive while the other guys are distracted. I hear the nade, so I stop cooking the one I was throwing and run out of range. Try to get a different angle from the other side of the bridge, and oops, I hear steps on my left, so another team is coming. So I think here I have to fall back towards the water and hope they run into each other. I was too tempted to peek when I heard this guy. 2 hits from his teammate and I get a lucky kill. This is the right time for a quick heal because I don't know if they're going to push me or not. And I'm stranded in the open. 2 players know where I am and my teammates are all dead. I at least killed a guy, so I was a little greedy hoping maybe I have time to catch them reviving. Okay, the other guys got him. And now they're on me. Come on, get off me. Focus on the other guys. Water devil noise. Shots from that second team that pushed. I'm 100% dead unless they start focusing on each other. Ooh, baby. Seems like they actually did. Okay, now I'm thinking maybe I can sneak my revives while they deal with each other. Nope. I hear footsteps close by, so I have to slow down a bit. Oof, delicious slug to the head. This isn't too good though, because now I exposed my position, and I'm not sure if they finished the previous team or not. If they only have me to focus on, then my plan to get the revives is kind of ruined. Luckily, I catch Susie here, crouch walking and reloading. I'm thinking this guy's panicking now. He just ran back. He lost 2 teammates, so I'm hoping this is enough time for me to at least get 1 quick revive. I hear him running behind the rock to the left, so now I'm thinking he's going to revive the guy I slugged. Seems like he was.
Two in south.
Okay, so that means the guys from the water side are the only ones left. Kane was one of them. Kane gets slugged. Crown and king my ass, mate. And my teammates save the day at the end. And I steal the crown and king as my reward. Well, I don't know now if this video qualifies as a shorter guide or not, but at least I hope it was informative enough and conveyed the information clearly. Hopefully it can encourage someone to pick up this gun and find success with it. Just please don't kill me. And if you've made it this far, then thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. And if you liked the video, please check out my previous one, which was a guide for the crossbow. And remember to like and subscribe. It's free. See you in the next one.